I know what it looks like. I would too.
Put yourself.
I would too.
Put yourself in my position.
Just
you know
arrest
what I mean?
me.
You know.
Just arrest me now.
Meet Janet Taberski, a 45-year-old single mother from Lakewood, Ohio. Right now, Janet has just realized that she will spend the rest of her life in prison because she murdered her 26-year-old daughter, Rochelle Shelley Taberski.
911, what is your emergency?
Looks like a dead body laying here. Looks like a woman. I'm at the end of Victory Lane in North Ridgeville.
On March 15th, 2015, police arrived at Victory Lane and discovered the body of a young woman, partially clothed, beaten, and left in a field like discarded trash. She had been suffocated to death and struck repeatedly in the head. Her body was wrapped in a sheet, staged to look like a sexual assault, like a stranger attack. But there was a problem. Nobody knew who she was. Her fingerprints weren't in the system. She had no ID. No missing persons report matched her description. So police took a rare step. They released a photo of her face to the public, hoping someone might recognize her. And then, the call came.
I just saw a picture of my daughter, and I haven't seen her since Thursday night.
Okay, what's your first name?
Janet
Okay, and your last name?
Taberski. Oh my God.
Okay, it's okay.
This is a nightmare.
I'm sorry, what's your daughter's first name?
Rochelle.
It was Janet Taberski, calling to identify the body she had dumped there herself. But what Janet didn't tell police was what really happened 2 nights earlier. On the night of March 12th, in a quiet home on Nicholson Avenue in Lakewood, Ohio, 26-year-old Shelley Taberski went to bed, not knowing it would be the last time. In the early hours of March 13th, Janet crept into Shelley's bedroom while she slept. She placed a pillow over her daughter's face and began to suffocate her. Shelley woke up, fighting desperately for her life. The 2 women fell to the floor, and as Shelley struggled, Janet grabbed her head and smashed it repeatedly into the wooden floor. Janet kept Shelley's body hidden in the house for 2 days, all while Shelley's 4-year-old son Bennett played just rooms away. Then, Janet called her other daughter, 19-year-old Hannah, and forced the college student to help move her sister's body. Together, they drove to Victory Lane and dumped Shelley in that field, staging it to look like a stranger had killed her. Janet thought she'd gotten away with it. She thought by calling in to identify the body, she'd look like a grieving mother instead of a killer. She was wrong. Detectives brought Janet in for questioning. She walked in calm and composed, ready to play the grieving mother. She told them Shelley had left that night to meet her boyfriend, that Shelley was violent, unstable, out of control. But detectives weren't buying it. They had already searched Janet's house and found what she thought she'd hidden. A missing sheet from Shelley's bed, a missing pillow, and blood in Janet's car. What Janet didn't know was that surveillance cameras had captured her vehicle driving to Victory Lane at the exact time Shelley's body was dumped. The detectives didn't just suspect Janet, they knew. And now, over the next 2 hours, they were going to dismantle every lie she had carefully constructed. This is That Interrogation.
One of the things we did is we pulled like any police department, any reports and stuff like that. We pulled to see, what we do is we do what's called a profile. We try to profile the victim,
Yes.
of a crime,
Sure.
and get a history and everything that she's like. And I saw that there were several dealings, especially with Lakewood, and
You got Nicholson.
Oh yeah. Most of them right there at Nicholson. I think all of them.
Well, did Shelley call the police like back in the fall or last year? Something about you ended up leaving the house or something like that. Was that something that you remember?
I left the house?
Yeah, she called, and then I guess you guys had gotten in an argument, or there was some kind of argument, and then she called back and said, "Oh, never mind, my mom left," or something like that. Do you remember if she called the police on you on that?
Oh, I bet you. Well, here's the piece that comes to mind. Is that's when she attacked me.
Okay.
When I worked, this is what it may have been, is when I worked as a teacher's aide, an educational aide over at Hayes for 5 years. There was a time then I'd come home at lunchtime, and after the morning thing, and I was going to fill in for a teacher, be a substitute for the afternoon, but she ended up, for whatever reason, attacking me, pulling my hair, and locked me out of the house. So I had to call the teacher, Chris Porachonsky, to tell her, I'm so sorry, but I cannot be there to fill in for you because Bennett's in the house with Rochelle right now, and she locked me out of the house and attacked me. So I think that might have been, but I didn't make any phone calls, but I think she may have called. No, I just, I didn't.
Because what happened is I think she called back and basically said disregard. So did the police ever come down there?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so I think that's...
No, that could have been it. That's the piece that, if you're saying it was in the fall a year or two ago.
Notice Janet's demeanor as the interrogation begins. She's calm, conversational, even friendly. This is unusual behavior for someone whose daughter was just found murdered 2 days ago. Genuine grief typically manifests as withdrawal, difficulty speaking, or emotional volatility. Janet displays none of these. Instead, she's articulate and eager to talk. She's building a character assassination before detectives have even asked for it. A grieving mother would want to talk about justice. Janet wants to talk about why Shelley was a problem.
That
I thought
could
it was
have
like
been.
14. I'm not sure. But I'd have to...
14?
There was a lot of...
No, because I didn't work in 14. Then that might have not been the Bennett.
Because there were a lot of... I guess... there were some people that she hung around with that were ripping you off the one time at an apartment. We were still... was it Hannah's guitar?
Megan's, yeah.
Or Megan's, and then the guy hid it in the bushes and all that stuff. But that was someone that Shelley had hung around with.
At the time.
Okay.
One of the lovelies at that time. And there's always been the lovelies.
All right. And so, were there any other incidents recently that, even though the police weren't involved, but where, I know you were telling me before about the chair incident.
Yeah, she
What
threw
happened?
the chair.
Yeah, what happened with that?
Well,
I know we didn't have a lot of
her-
time to
Well, I
discuss.
think what happened is she fell through it a little bit. It was starting to go. She was
sitting in the chair? Okay.
Yep. But it was not a good day. And then that was just another piece. That she was playing the Thomas matching game at the table with Bennett. I think that she started to fall through it, but it stopped. She didn't fall. Then she freaked. She threw the chair, knocked his workbench, broke the chair, then threw what's left of the chair onto the lawn. Bennett started crying through it all because his workbench was down.
Yeah.
Um,
And is that common? Was that common behavior?
Since she started going no, not the throwing of things, and not too much in front of Benny. She would do different things. She would be erratic and a little violent with me at times, knock my coffee out of my hands.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pulled on that globe we have.
Yeah.
Just was ready to just
Oh,
bring
wow.
that down one day. She, the door upstairs, ripped that off the hinges, the whole thing.
How did she do that?
She did that.
Her shoulder, or?
I have no idea. I wasn't home.
I mean,
I wasn't home at the time.
I've never ripped the door off.
I
Well,
know.
I take that back. When we've done search
Probably
warrants,
could.
I've taken the door off the hinges,
But
you got to use some force.
she was strong. But
So what day was that when you said it was not a good day?
that whole week was not good.
Okay.
Tuesday,
And that was
Wednesday,
when she had
Thursday.
come back
From Tommy's that prior.
Okay.
I picked her up that Tuesday morning. She missed a dose of the medication. And she stayed probably a day too long.
Of the Circle?
Yeah.
Okay.
800 milligrams.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And so that Thursday was when the chair throwing anger incident. What time was that? Was that during the day or was that at night?
I'd say it was probably in the early evening before dinner. Okay. Probably around 4 or 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Benny cried. He's at the table. I said, Bennett, it's okay, hon. Just relax. It's okay. She got her coat on and walked out to have a cigarette, I think, or Black and Mild.
A Black and Mild?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what she smoked?
She smoked Black and Mild.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did she have any patches or nicotine patches or anything like that?
I think she tried it once or twice. I think Tommy gave her one, maybe.
Okay. How long ago was that?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I think.
All right.
But she still smoked.
Mm-hmm.
She still.
On top of the patches?
I think so. Yeah. I think she
take a rush
tried,
from it,
yeah,
I guess.
So then she, let's see, huh? Let me think. What were we saying?
So you said that was
so she
so that
went
was
out.
Thursday night?
Yeah. That was Thursday evening.
Okay.
So, you just kind of, I calm Benny down. We breathe. She's out having her smoke. Just let her be. De-escalate. She came back in. Didn't say a word. Got to kind of wait.
So that I mean you're used to that. You know how to handle.
Yeah. This has been my life.
Yeah.
My mother was this way.
Your mother was
like this.
Like Shelley was?
Yes. But I was raised primarily by my grandmother and my grandfather.
Okay.
I've dealt with this my whole life. So I majored in psychology. I tried to learn more about it.
Mm-hmm.
Was in social work for a while. Yeah, but now Benny's seeing it.
Yeah.
Now Benny's seeing this.
So you're trying to break the cycle.
Well, I mean, that would be. I told the officers, we know what we've been through. When Detective West came back the second time, I let him look through the house with Randall Young. He said, "How are your sisters handling this?" I said, "They're, that honestly, we're trying to make lemonade out of lemons here, and we know that Bennett is better off."
Bennett is better off? Let's talk about what Janet really means by that. Throughout this interrogation, Janet paints Shelley as a terrible mother, violent, unstable, dangerous. But the truth? Shelley loved her son more than anything in this world. Friends describe her as a devoted mother who, despite struggling with bipolar disorder, did everything she could for Bennett. So why does Janet keep saying Bennett is better off without his mother? Because Janet needed Shelley dead for 2 reasons: the life insurance money and custody of Bennett. If Shelley took Bennett and left, Janet would lose control. Control of her grandson, control of the insurance payout, control of everything. So when Janet says Bennett is better off, what she really means is, I'm better off. But detectives aren't buying Janet's act. They know exactly what she is.
So when you talk about the cycle, if there's anything that positive that has come out of this, that's it.
Well,
I mean,
okay. Well, the reason why, and remember I told you we were going to go through the computer and the phones and everything and try to form a timeline here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have reason to believe that Shelley never left the house.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that something happened.
Okay.
We know that something happened at the house.
Okay. What do you think? What do you believe?
That's...
This is the first major turning point. The detective says they believe Shelley never left the house, contradicting Janet's entire story. Watch Janet's reaction. She says, okay, 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 3 times. This is a self-soothing verbal tic, buying time while processing the threat. She's not asking, what do you mean? Or, how do you know? She's just accepting it. Then she asks, what do you think happened? Because she needs to know what story to counter with. The detective has landed the first blow, and Janet's response tells him everything. She's guilty, and she knows they're on to her.
Remember I told you you know, if you watch CSI and all that stuff,
Mhm.
we we do everything possible, you know, and we try to confirm and we try to check out what people tell us and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And you know, and as part of that, we, like I said, we do the history. We do the, you know, we pull videotape. You know, there's houses and stuff that have video, and they can tell whether, you know, if there's activity and stuff like that with businesses. I mean, we've been scouring. I mean, you have to understand, this has been, what, 2 weeks?
Oh, I know
Since
you
it
have. I'm no doubt.
And we've come to the conclusion that something happened at the house.
Okay. Do you have
And that's why
evidence
I want to
of
talk
this?
to you. Well, and that's why I want to talk to you. You know,
nothing.
I mean, like I said, and come to understand, Janet, is that we do a history, and I told you, a profile is what it is.
Well, I know I'm probably suspect number one.
Well,
I
like
know
said,
it.
well, and like I said, and when you said, and when you tell me, when you say, we want to do what's best for Bennett, and I understand, and I can see that that little boy adores you. You know, I mean, you are his world, and you know, when you see him get hurt, that hurts you, doesn't it?
Oh, of course.
You know, when you see him hurt,
Well, it
that
hurt
hurts
his
you.
mom too. Yeah, she didn't realize what she's doing when she's not rational.
Right. And that's the theme I've gotten too, is that a lot of
And
times
I'm not
Shelley.
trying to hide it. I'm not
no.
sugarcoating.
No, and I understand.
It has not been easy with her. But I didn't.
But-
I didn't do anything to her. I emphatically deny. This is nothing new with Shelley.
Well, I understand that, but I also understand too that this was not, what happened to Shelley was not a calculated, you know, what we say, a premeditated homicide.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what we know, and like I said, this is based on the evidence, what we know is that this, whatever happened to Shelley, this was done in either in anger, a fit of rage, or passion, what they call a crime of passion, whether it's love, hate, anger, and stuff. So we know what happened to her, where she was placed, you know, after she had died. It was not it was not done by somebody who was cold, calculating, you know, knew what they were doing. What the evidence tells us is that what happened to Shelley was, one, at the house. There was something at the house that happened, and she didn't leave that night. And number two, that it had to be someone that was close to her, that knew her. Okay, this wasn't a stranger that she met, because we pulled the internet history, we pulled the websites, we pulled all that stuff.
Right.
She was not meeting anybody.
Well, what if it was planned prior to? What if she planned it earlier when she was on the phone and the internet?
Who?
Rochelle.
Well, like I said, we would have gotten that.
What evidence
history.
are you able to share with me? You're saying you found evidence.
Well,
what is that evidence? That's
Janet,
what I've been waiting to hear.
Janet, the evidence is that we know something happened at the house.
But you can't tell me concretely.
Well, like I said, I can't.
Your hunch is.
No, it's not a hunch. Janet, listen, I know your mother. I have a daughter. I have 2 daughters. Okay, and you know, I wouldn't bring a mother in here that's just lost a daughter and tell them on a hunch that we think something happened at the house. You know what I mean? Right. I wouldn't do that, because I wouldn't want to put you through the grief. You know, but like I said, unfortunately, we try to clear people. We try to, you know, and
well, that's what the search warrant will do.
Correct, and that's what we're
clear me. I've given you full access.
I understand that.
Look, I haven't even touched anything.
I appreciate that, but like I said, Janet, the problem is that we can't prove what you've told us as far as her leaving the house.
You can't prove it, but that doesn't mean I killed her in my house.
Well, and like I said, I
don't know how that went down.
Well, the problem is too, you know, when I first talked to you, you never asked me what happened.
I got it from the news.
Yeah, but the news doesn't give you everything. All it says is that she was found, you know?
No, they said I got everything from the news.
What did they say?
All that I knew you were just starting your thing. How would you know what happened? They didn't report any of that on the news.
I understand that, but listen, I'm not talking to you like you're
I know you're. I'm waiting
person.
to hear what happened. I'm waiting to hear it. I'm waiting to hear what number one, what you found so far.
Well, the issue is too.
I know you don't
she
have
didn't leave
it.
the house. We know she didn't leave the house because she didn't take her purse. She didn't take her medicine.
If
she
did
was gonna,
something, why the hell would I keep her freaking purse there?
well, I'm just telling you. I don't know. I don't know why. And that's why I said this wasn't a pre-calculated, you know what I mean? Like you didn't read all these books on how to get rid of a body and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that people, listen, I've been doing this job for 22 years.
Do you have something where her body was found?
Listen to me. I've been doing this job for 22 years.
I'm not
And I've seen,
I know you probably know what you're doing.
And I've seen a lot of good people make mistakes. I've seen a lot of good mothers make mistakes. I've seen a lot of good fathers make mistakes that are completely aberration to what they are and who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know you are a caring person. You are the caretaker. Am I correct? When it comes to Bennett? I mean...
yeah, pretty much.
You're the caretaker.
Mm-hmm.
You're the person that keeps... You're the glue. You're the glue of the family.
Pretty much.
You've been the glue in Shelley's life ever since her father passed away.
Since she was born.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And since her father passed away, right.
And I know you've had to deal with her lying and her manipulating and her impulsivism and her basically caring about Shelley and not caring about Bennett or caring about Janet or Hannah or Megan. I know
you're saying this is not untrue.
Nothing new, right?
That's all true.
And listen, like I said, I've seen strong people who have been the glue of a family, and usually it is the mom. Usually it is mom. Mom, dad's abusive or dad's a drunk, but this time it's the daughter, who basically holds the family hostage, And I seen, moms just, finally say, you know what, enough is enough.
Oh, I'm sure.
Enough is enough. We've been through this.
It wasn't like that for me, though.
Well, and then I understand there was some discussion about getting custody of Bennett.
Mm-hmm. That was part of the reason that things were off that day.
Mm-hmm. And she told you what?
No.
She was dead set against it.
Oh,
As a matter of fact, was she planning on trying to move in with Tommy? And
I think that might have been in the works because he had some money from a dead person that he had money coming.
Mm-hmm.
But she knew. No, I don't think for sure she was going to move in, and she knew she couldn't take Benny. She knew that. No, not with Tommy.
But who has custody of Benny?
Well, it's never been taken from her.
Right.
I've never taken it.
So if she wanted to, she could up and leave and take.
Oh, sure, legally, sure. Of course, but I think she knew though. She wouldn't want that responsibility 24/7.
No.
Yeah.
And neither did Tommy.
No.
Tommy didn't want to be bothered.
Oh my God, no.
I mean, he spends maybe a couple hours of if that.
If that.
Mm-hmm. How many years did he go without even seeing little Bennett?
Full 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Or more.
So
4.5.
When you tell me, and like I said, I know you've been cooperative. I know you've you've been up front.
Let's just cut to the chase here. Dear God, do I need I think I need an attorney now. If you're saying I killed Rochelle.
I never said you killed Rochelle.
Okay. You're saying it
But I'm trying
happened
to
in the
figure
home.
out. I'm trying to figure out what happened.
The only ones there were
Because-
me and Benny. And I
Uh-huh.
can guarantee you he didn't do anything to her.
Right. But what I'm telling you, and Janet, is what I want to know is, I know that something happened in the house. I know that there was something there.
Okay.
And
Then
and
that's-
like you said, if it's just you and her, I'm trying to figure out what, I'm trying to figure out. I know she wasn't meeting anybody. We've gone through inbox and Facebook and texts, anything.
Well,
on the
then
phone.
it sounds like you know what you haven't found.
Uh-huh.
What have you found?
And like I said, I can't disclose that.
Then
You
they
know.
won't-
But the thing is, let me ask you this. When you packed up her purse
Mhm.
and her makeup kit
Mhm.
and her coat,
Mhm.
what was the purpose of doing that?
I thought I heard her say, I'm half asleep. I'm going to Tommy's, pack up my.
When?
I thought I heard her say that, but I don't know. So
When?
then I saw all this stuff that night.
The night she.
Right.
Okay.
So, because when I came down, I locked the door. I saw the next morning in the kitchen all her stuff on the island where she keeps it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, So I packed it in that bag, thinking they'd be back the next day, or she'd call me to take it over to them. But see, she keeps makeup there. She keeps clothes there. She keeps meds there. So I
But
didn't.
we searched Tommy's place. I mean, there was nothing. I mean, there was a couple pieces of clothing, but none of her toiletries were there. None of her makeup stuff.
Well,
Listen, Jana, we want closure. We want closure.
Jesus Christ, so do I.
You know,
I do too.
we want to know what happened.
I have no idea what happened to Rochelle.
Let me ask you this: was there a physical altercation between the two of you?
Just the usual verbal.
Okay,
No.
because.
No. I want to
Because
see what they
according-
find.
But let me ask you, I'll tell you this much, all right? According to the coroner,
Okay.
all right, she was involved in a physical altercation,
Right, the blunt force
okay?
to the
But-
back of the head,
But it was
right?
not enough to kill her,
Yeah,
okay?
right,
It
that's
wasn't
what I heard.
fatal.
Or blunt force trauma to the head, yeah.
And the issue we have is that you're telling me that there was this big blow up and that she had accused you,
Mm-hmm.
is this right? That she had accused you of watching
Mm-hmm.
as
Mm-hmm.
your,
That was, I think,
your husband
mm-hmm.
had sexually abused her,
No, that was per Tommy. Tommy told me this.
okay?
That she had told a friend this.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Jesus Christ, this one again. I've heard this before, Tommy. It's not true. He knows she story tells.
Well, I know.
Um,
Remember I told you we try to build a profile, and we know that she's known to storytell. We know that she's prone to being impulsive.
Right.
We know she's prone to being angry.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously she's attacked you before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
But like I said, we know that there was something that happened that night. We know that something happened at the house.
Okay.
More than what you want to more than what you want to tell me. More than just a verbal argument.
Okay.
No, Janet,
You
I'm just
know
telling
it.
you.
But I want to
I
see
know
what the
for-
evidence shows.
I just know for a fact. And I know you know. What I want to know is why and what happened. I can almost guess why. I know why.
See, here's
It's because
the thing.
she's.
See, you're saying I did something. This is what you're leading to. So right now, I'm ready to you have to. I cannot talk anymore because you're trying. We can save a lot of time here. You're saying that you're leading to say I did this.
Yeah, if you didn't do anything, why would you ask for
Because
it's
nothing.
not-
I'm telling you, I don't know anything.
We're not gonna
I want to see what the
we're not
evidence-
gonna put an innocent person in jail. You know
Okay.
that.
Well, I hope not,
You know.
because I know I'm a big person of interest.
Well,
I'm the number
why would
one
you be a person
suspect.
of it, and why would that
He
be?
told me that,
Who told you that?
Detective West.
He told you were a person of interest?
Yeah.
And you were the number one suspect?
No, he didn't say suspect. I said, Detective West and Captain. The captain.
Okay.
When I went in for questioning. I said, do I need an attorney? Because he said, you don't need one.
See, I didn't sit, you're right.
You
I
weren't
didn't
in
sit
there.
through that interview. I was busy doing
And they looked right and said, you're a person of interest. So I've been telling people I'm a person of interest. Jesus Christ. I've known I'm a person of interest this whole time. I'm the last
Let me ask
known,
you.
and I said, why? You're the last known person to have seen her.
Well, you've seen all the TV shows and everything, right? I mean, when they show TV shows and somebody gets killed and I mean, if a wife gets killed, they automatically look at the husband.
Of course,
Or
they look
the-
at the family first.
Right. So, I mean, it's a natural assumption.
Right.
And just like you said, you want to see the evidence. And so do we.
I want to see what.
Right.
What,
But you realize too, is that that all the information, they're collecting evidence now.
of course.
And you'll become aware of that evidence as we do too.
Okay.
So it's a matter of, like Lieutenant Pitek is saying, is that it's going to be found.
Okay.
And always when, just like you said, that you didn't clean up anything,
No.
you know, it's going to show that too as well. You can never get rid of anything completely, especially when they use the chemicals that they do to find evidence.
Sure.
You've watched the shows or heard of
Sure.
the shows and things like that. So you realize that these are things we're going to come to you with, but it's probably a good idea to talk this out and maybe give us more information to help us learn more about Shelley
I
and
have
help
given
us
you
learn
Above
about-
and beyond what any
Do you,
normal person would.
And we appreciate
I've
that.
given
Believe me, we appreciate you being
everything.
candid with
I'm
us. And we're just
Sugarcoating anything.
right, and you are. You're very matter of fact. I enjoy that about you right now, and I appreciate that.
But now you're saying you know something happened in the house.
I think we're trying to figure out.
I'm the only one
that.
there, so
we're
I'm
just trying to figure
not-
out what, you know?
Well, sure.
We have a why. We know, I mean, we know all the, I mean, listen, I don't understand how you, I mean, she's an adult. You could very well say, bye, see ya.
Mm-hmm.
You could have very well said that, you know, 8 years ago when she
Mhm.
turned 18.
Which I did, actually.
Yeah.
Then she was with that Mike Santa in Birdtown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you didn't. I mean, maybe back then, but she came back,
Right.
you know? At 26 years old, she's no longer your responsibility.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did it. I don't, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of people say, well, she was, you know, Shelley was a passionate person, but she had issues,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And for you to continue to take care of her and to be there and to be that glue,
Mhm.
you know, I commend you. Like I said, I don't understand. I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way I could do it. I see too much of, you know, I see too much stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and my own kids, you know, I got a teenage daughter
Mm-hmm.
and, yeah, I'm learning out, you know, the hard way.
Right.
But
Right.
fortunately, you know,
Mhm.
I don't have the issues that
Right.
you had to deal with, you know, with the mental health
The
issues.
atypical stuff.
Yes, and just having a normal teenage daughter is a lot of hard work, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't imagine if that activity carried over from through the teenage years to adult years, and you know, to still be, I'd say there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, did you feel like an obligation to continue
I
to
love-
take care of her?
I loved her. I love her.
Mhm.
Always have. That's my girl. That's my Shelley.
Obviously.
So you do what you do.
But do you think people hurt each other when they love each other?
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
I mean, they tell us
But-
that most homicides are committed.
Yeah.
Like probably 90% are committed by people that
Mhm.
know each other or are in a relationship.
Right.
You know, and so obviously when you know we look at a homicide, we
Mhm.
look at, you know, a death of somebody, you know, we try also. We check every aspect. We look at, you know, the truck drivers that were in North Ridgeville at the time of the, you know, we look at dating websites. We look at everything, you know, to see if there are strangers or something involved.
He said that there's that plenty of fish.
There's plenty of fish.
Did you find stuff?
No, not since last year, you know, not since last year. But the thing is, like I said, there was no, for the last couple of weeks, there was no arrangements made for Shelley to get picked up on Friday the 13th at 2:30 a.m.
Did you check that Eric Boland out?
Mm-hmm.
And what happened?
Yep.
And that's clean?
Well, we're still trying to figure out, you know, where he was at that night.
I think it's his family that lived behind my house.
Well, we know he's moved back into Lakewood. I mean, we know.
Okay, you're checking this out.
We are checking everything. Okay. Remember I told you?
Yeah.
We wouldn't, and you know, immediately I didn't come into your house and say, well, Janet, you know, it's suspicious that you have all her stuff packed up in a garbage bag.
I wouldn't have given it to you.
Well, I'm just saying, it's, you know, well, listen, I've been also done this job long enough to know too that people tend to cooperate too when they're suspect.
Oh.
You know what I mean? They tend to
cooperate. I want to find out who did it.
But the thing is,
so I'm cooperative.
Well, but like I said, you know, we check every aspect, every angle. I'm telling you, I probably have video from here to Lakewood to Cleveland to North Ridgeville of highways and turnpikes and all this stuff. And like I said, we scour, you know. And like I said, when we first got to your house, you know, our job was just to, you know, try to build a timeline. You know, like I said, remember we have where Shelley was found and the evidence there, and we have where Shelley was last seen and the evidence there, and then in between there's a gap. There's a gap, and somebody knows more than what they're telling us in between there. And what we do is we build from this way, and then we build from this way, and we try to put the pieces together. And like I said, when we build from the opposite, we go backwards and we say, who was the last to see Shelley? Okay, there was some issues. And
there always has been.
Well, I understand that. But that's, you know, what I'm telling you too is that, like I said, these guys, they check everything. You know, the lab, that's why we have BCI, you know. Yeah. They're going to check everything. And they'll tell us, they can tell us where a body lay for, you know, hours, if not a day. And that was the other thing too that we looked at. You know, the fact that someone did this, they panicked. They either did something and they panicked and they didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do. And that's usually why we say it's a crime of passion. And strangers don't do crime of passions. Strangers do cold, calculating, planned out homicides. If they were going to plan, like say someone was trying to get after you, and they would watch you. They would, you know, they would know your routine. They would know, you know, was it common for you to take this or that with you and stuff like that. If they met you online, they would have a plan already. If they were planning on murdering you or dumping you or something, they would have a plan online. They would dig a shallow grave, have it prepared. You know what I mean? Just stuff like that. But when someone is placed in a location where she can easily be found or seen from the highway, to us it's almost like they do it to, you know, so that she's found quickly and that she's not, there's some dignity, you know, in death. You know, and that's what we have here. This is what we have here. Is the fact that who did this to her was someone who cared about her, because they didn't just throw her in a shallow grave for dogs and coyotes to dig up. You know, they basically staged or placed her in a location where she could be found. And that's, you know, and that's another issue. We look at what's found on her clothing, the fibers, and anything that was left at the scene. And we, you know, we place that, you know, where a scene was, you know, where she was last laid or kept or whatever. And we believe
the piece,
and that's
because
why,
she came from my house.
Right.
So
to where she was laid.
No, she left the house.
No, we know for a fact. We know for a fact from what was found at the scene.
Can you tell me what was found at the scene?
Janet, I think you need to come clean. You need to come straight.
No, there is nothing.
Janet.
Detective P-Tech, I think you're great. I don't want to waste your time here.
I think you're great too.
I'll sit here.
I do, Janet. But
can-
I think we need to close this. We need to stop. Because I know you have a conscience. I know you're a good person. I know you are. I know you
Well,
are.
I'm not going to
All of your
admit to a
actions.
murder that
I'm
I
not
haven't
asking you
committed.
to admit to something you didn't do. But all your actions, all your history of who you are
Mhm.
show that you're a good person. That you are.
I feel I'm fairly
Mhm.
okay.
You are.
I have
But what I'm telling you,
problems, but
But Janet, listen, your two other girls are college students.
Mhm.
I mean, they're great girls, you know. And Shelley, you know, she has some great attributes
Mhm.
about her.
Sure
But-
does.
So I'm telling you, it's not, you didn't do anything wrong raising her. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'm not saying you're a bad parent, you know. Heck, like I said, I commend you. I commend you for even holding on this long and helping her this long and keep taking care of her this long.
Mhm.
But when someone accuses you of doing something you didn't do,
Mhm.
and especially when they accuse you of
Because I
standing
understand.
by and
I
watching,
understand you think I did it. So I'm just listening. I understand you think I did this. So I need to just hear you and take whatever comes. But I'm not,
listen,
I can tell you we could be here for,
I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna make up evidence. I'm not gonna accuse you of doing something you didn't do. As law enforcement officers,
Mhm.
we can lie. We can lie to you. That's the courts have ruled that. They say,
Mhm.
you know what? If it means getting a confession or
Mhm.
whatever, that cops can lie. We can say, Janet, we have your vehicle on videotape
Mhm.
in North Ridgeville
Mhm.
on Saturday morning.
Okay.
You know, we could.
Right.
I could lie to you and say that.
Right.
You know, but I'm not going to lie. I don't want to lie, because if you used another vehicle, then what do I look like? Like I don't know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Okay, so I only go with what I know.
Mhm.
I don't make stuff up. I don't say, well, you know, your fingerprints were
Mhm.
found on articles that were found at the scene.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
because what if you wore gloves?
Mhm.
You know, so everything that I've told you is fact.
Mhm.
I haven't made anything up. So
Yeah,
when I tell
right.
you,
Because you can't tell me any evidence, so
well, I'm
heard.
just telling you, when I tell you that there's something at the scene that places her in your house,
Mhm.
I'm telling you the truth.
Okay.
Okay?
And you can't tell me what that is, though. You can't tell me what that is.
Well, no, I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is, because
Okay.
that's part of the case.
That's part of the case, but
You know?
if she left, see, I don't know.
We know
So
she
there's
didn't.
something. So you're telling me you have something for sure at the scene.
Janet, I wouldn't have you in here. You know? I wouldn't have you in here. And I wouldn't be lying to you.
Okay.
Okay? You know, you talk
Well,
about
Then
about
if you
talk
say
about
you
your-
have evidence
you
that
talk
I
about
did
your
it,
mother-in-law.
then I need to.
You
Now-
you talk about your mother-in-law being, you know, religious and stuff like that. She probably wouldn't lie either, right?
My mother-in-law?
Yeah. She's,
I don't think so.
yeah. So, I mean, we don't, and like I said, I'm sure Detective McLaughlin here, he, you know,
So you said you have evidence
I'm telling you is we
concretely
have evidence that
that-
shows it.
that
that
I
sh-
murdered her.
I never said that. I never said that. What I'm telling you is, if it walks like a duck, and it quacks like a duck, and it flies like a duck, it's a duck.
Okay.
So when I tell you we know for sure something happened at the house,
Okay.
that's what I'm telling you.
Okay. Then
And I'm
right.
hoping-
I mean, there's a couple, there's other stuff that we'd like to maybe share with you,
Please.
but
You can't? Or
the thing is that like we're trying to say is that a lot of times things happen for reasons you can't really explain.
Mm-hmm.
And you almost have like an outer body experience where you do something that you later regret.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that you could say, well, that really wasn't me. I'm not normally like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure.
Everybody makes mistakes. We all make mistakes. Okay. You know, it's what you do to make things right is how you'll be judged.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
If it's a continual, well,
Yeah.
prove this, take a step, prove that, take a step.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually the information is going to come out, the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
And before the evidence
I hope
even
it
comes,
does.
but what I'm saying though is that before the evidence comes out,
Right.
it might be a good idea to get ahead of something.
Wow.
And again, I'm just saying that if you know something,
Mm-hmm. I have said everything I know.
wouldn't you want to share that with us so that we can help solve this crime? Okay?
I
To
have
help.
said everything I know.
Again,
Everything.
and like I said, we appreciate your candor. Okay? And you've been very open and honest with us. And I really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's what we want you to do is to get out in front of this. If it was a spur of the moment thing, it was an accident, then it's easily explained. Shelley was a very volatile girl.
Right.
She was very volatile with you. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
She did things to you that daughters shouldn't do to their mothers.
It's not
True.
natural. Not
True.
natural.
Things happen,
Mm-hmm.
and I know you've been angry at her many times in the past.
Mm-hmm.
A fight breaks out, she grabs hold of you, comes after you. Maybe some slaps are exchanged.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she comes at you a little bit more violently.
Yes.
Some words are exchanged, whatever the case may
Yeah.
be. Okay?
I've only hit her
But-
one time when she turned 18.
But in this case, let's just say, for instance, a fight breaks out at the house. And certain things might be used to help fend her off. Evidence of that is going to be cast off into the house.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be stuff that's going to be found. And again, it's always
Sure.
better, I guess, to put a theory or maybe a story that you could understand is that, don't you think that it's better to be honest about something versus, well, tell me what you got and then I'll be honest about it.
Oh,
That's
no.
not- right, you see what I'm saying? It's
Because
like-
I don't believe you have anything.
Because, well,
On me.
let's just say that. Okay, well, let's just say, but
So I'm not-
what if eventually they do find something at the house and then here you are going, oh, if that's the case, I'm just saying, if that's the case, don't you think it would be better to be honest about something up front and say, look, I made a mistake, like we all do, versus, look, show me what you got and then I'll be honest about it. Or show me
no,
what you,
That's not what I'm trying to do.
okay.
No. I'm not trying to do. I'm saying I'm being honest.
Well, I mean, you've heard
When
us
I
saying,
tell you that
I know, but Shelley,
it's okay.
you look like Shelley.
It's okay.
You know?
No.
But Janet, you have to understand that a lot of times the cover-up is worse than what happens. You know?
Mhm.
The cover-up is a lot of time worse what happens. You ever have a rock in your shoe?
Sure.
And the more you walk, the bigger it feels.
Mhm.
And after a couple, if you don't have a chance to get it out after several minutes or several hours, it almost feels like a boulder in your shoe. And then when you take your shoe off, it's just a little pebble.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, what I see, like I said, I've been doing it for 22 years.
Yeah.
Is people will think that they have to hold on to this. They have to, protect, shield the whole time. I got to shield. I got to protect myself. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen with Bennett. I don't, you know what I mean? And they hang on to this. And when the truth comes out, it makes it look a whole lot worse. It makes it look like they were calculating, that they were heartless, that they, were just looking out for their best interests. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand, and I know you're trying to juice me right now, but we could save a lot of time.
Juice
Trying
ya.
to juice me. I got nothing else. And I respect you and you, but I'm not going to talk anymore because you're accusing me of killing Shelley. So I'm done. I'm done. This can't go any more than it has because I've got nothing else to tell you. And honestly, I know you'll find out who did this. I believe you will. I know the FBI is involved. You guys are great. I have no doubt you will find out who did this. But I can't talk if that means my dear little Benny can't come home with me. I'm not going to say
No,
another
nobody
word.
said that. Nobody said that. No,
No
That's
more.
not true.
No, I'm not. I'm done. I've been so cooperative with you guys.
And I appreciate that. You know that, Janet, from the get-go.
Yeah, but I have to not say anything else because you're going to keep juicing and juicing and juicing.
Juicing?
I'm sorry, that's how I say it.
What does that mean?
Trying to juice me for
Okay.
more.
Okay. Squeeze you?
Squeezing me.
Squeeze you?
I can't. There is no more that I know. I got nothing else.
Can we ask you questions about maybe Shelley, like her?
Of course. Anything that helps in the investigation.
Has she ever acted out with anyone else that you know? Like the girls at all?
Oh God! Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah. They've been over the years.
They've been subject to.
Yeah, they've been subject.
Like what? If you don't mind.
Well, the guitar incident. I know. They were hiding one time in my room from her. Just a lot of yelling, and they've seen her acting out. Well, it's threatening behavior.
Did she ever hit them?
It's more threatening. Yeah, Anna. She had her by her hair.
How long ago was that?
Probably. Jeez. Oh, that was on Nicholson.
So over 4
8
or 5
years, 10.
Oh, okay.
8-10 years ago. Yeah. Do you guys by chance have like a certs or a breath mint or a cough
You got a
drop?
piece of gum.
It's coffee, and I just,
One piece of gum.
yeah, please. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, you talk about drug usage.
Mhm.
And what kind of, I know you mentioned marijuana before.
That I know for sure. Not at our home. Our
Okay.
home.
What
When
else?
she's with Tommy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you know this?
She would tell me.
She told
I have
you
no.
that she
honestly-
smoked spice or K2 or whatever you said.
Well, she said that these last 3 days, the bad 3 days in our home, that he was dipping into that with another guy that lives in the building or something. Yeah.
Okay, so what about at the house? Like did she ever
Never.
use like needles?
No.
Did she ever
No.
use
I would
like
say no.
cocaine? Or
Yes.
She did
When
use
she was
cocaine.
with Tommy the first time
Okay. But ever
at
since
his band
then.
studio.
Okay. But after that, she never mentioned anything about.
I think she did it one time, leaving the Magnolia house. She used to go over there, Magnolia Clubhouse. She said she met someone at Tower City and did some. But I think that was it.
Okay.
And she
How
knew
long
she
ago
was
was that?
wrong. Oh, 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
What about you ever hear of her like fentanyl or heroin?
I would say no,
Okay.
not to my knowledge.
All right.
No.
What was she wearing when last time she left the house? Or
See,
that
I
you saw
didn't
her?
see
The
her.
last time you saw her, what was she wearing?
Well, she always sleeps in sweats or her PJ bottoms, and she sleeps in a hoodie. So that makes me think, I didn't see her leave, but it makes me think that's what she was wearing when she left. If this was quick, and then I determined the shoes. I didn't know what shoes, but I saw the shoes that weren't there were the white high top Skechers style shoes with pink plaid, but they're old. They're real old. But they were not in the home.
Okay.
So I think that's what I think. See, I don't know. I didn't see her leave. But I would have heard her getting dressed. I think she was just out of bed and gone. It was quick.
But you said you went down afterwards and shut the door or locked the door?
Right. It occurred to me, it was probably open for a little while. I didn't see her at all.
Was
I
the door
thought I
open
heard
or
a
just
car.
unlocked?
I think she pulled it. She had it pulled shut, so I think it was just unlocked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Had she ever been violent with Benny? Let me ask you
I
this:
would
was there ever
say
a
no.
point? Was there ever a point where you said
Yeah.
she's gone too far, or that's too much?
Just
Did she ever spank
not-
him
yeah.
in
And
excess?
see, when I would work, I don't know really what happened.
I'm
one
just saying
time-
what you have
One
seen.
time she was doing the airplane in her room. This is what happened. One time she did an airplane with him on her feet.
Yeah.
And the whole window broke there in the bedroom.
Oh, like he fell off, or
Right. Yeah. So that kind of stuff.
how long ago was that?
And then the cat got in the glass and had, when Charles,
Mhm.
Benny, I think got a cut. I think I could be wrong. This is when I was doing caregiving. This would have been, it's been September, October-ish.
Of this past year.
Yeah, of 14. Yeah.
All right.
So she, it's just that stuff, the not thinking stuff.
Irrational.
Irrational. It's just unsafe, and meeting people at the playgrounds and stuff when he's running around, and you just connect with whoever and your best buddies. And,
Well, I mean, like I said,
Oh my
we've
God.
gone through the computer. We know she friends strangers and
right,
because they look cool. You know what I mean?
right. Or
So,
they connect somehow.
Very,
Yeah.
very dangerous. Very dangerous.
That's what I mean.
And then you said, did you tell Detective West that you did take a life insurance policy out on
Yes.
Sean? Okay.
Yes, we both did. She was, she and I took it out almost 2 years ago.
And what was the purpose of that?
Well, because I didn't have life insurance on Daryl. I knew I was, I'm the one that got the thought in my head that, Jesus Christ, I'm the primary caregiver here. What if something happens to her, which it could very well do because she's accident prone, and just careless and meeting whoever, and I'm thinking, we got to get something. So I convinced her we got to do this.
So you went together and got it, or?
It was one of those things that just come in the mail.
Oh, okay.
It's with a Globe Life.
Okay.
So I'm like, Shelley, this is a good idea to have. Let's do this for Benny.
So she never used drugs at the house. You said never smoked
No,
pot or anything at the house.
no,
Not even up in a room or anything like that.
no,
Okay.
no way.
What about strange men at the house?
I would say no.
Would Benny know this?
One time when I took Hannah to a volleyball thing, she had a guy in.
Hannah did?
No,
Oh, Shelley
when I
did.
took Annie down to Kentucky for a volleyball tournament, she had a guy in the house. Yeah, when I wasn't there.
Was that a rule that she wasn't allowed to have
Right.
guys in the house?
Yeah. No, she I would say no.
Was
It
she
was-
pretty good about that with Benny? Like, not seeing a parade of guys coming into her life or parade of guys? Or no, it didn't really,
See,
she had no
I
care about that.
came up on her because I would always pick them up. So one time at Lakewood Park, there she is. He's playing, and there she is with some guy that she just freaking met. Her capris, you could see the crack and everything, and her shirt was up. I don't think she was just kind of hanging on. It's like,
Right.
this was probably a year ago, last summer.
What about hang up phone calls at the house?
Say one more time.
Hang up phone calls at the house.
Hang up.
Do you have a landline
I
at the
got
house?
that disconnected because we never used it.
Yeah.
Probably about 4 years ago. I said.
Well, you guys shared a phone, right?
We shared a phone for the last 3 months because
Not a
she
hang
lost
up.
it again.
Hang up calls to you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, I got all the credit cards. Those are my credit card calls if you're looking at calls.
No.
So-
I'm saying like some strange guy's calling the house and you answer the phone, click,
Oh,
or
There's been some
someone's
weird
calling
ones
the
coming
house.
there's been some weird ones coming in lately.
What?
Where he's like, is Pete there? It could have just been a wrong number. It could have just been a wrong number.
Well, did Shelley ever hide the fact that she was meeting other guys or anything like that from you?
See, I don't really know what.
Well, I mean, did she? I mean, if she asked you for rides, because here's the other thing too: is obviously Shelley was dependent on you to take her places.
Oh yeah, sure. Or she'd get picked up.
Or
by
she'd
people.
get picked up.
Sure.
Now, have you ever taken her to a guy that she's met or a place like other than Tommy?
Oh yeah. Oh God, yeah. Over the years, sure.
What about recently?
Sure. Brandon would be the most recent, probably. And then there's stuff where she just walks places.
And where was Brandon at?
He was her last boyfriend, longer term.
Mm-hmm.
Avon, Brandon Smith.
Was that the black guy that lives at the Chester?
I don't know. In those
Section 8 housing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You said
I would take
Avon.
her there all the time.
You said in Avon?
Yeah. So I would take her out there.
When was the last time you took her out there?
Boy, probably going on a year.
Okay.
Well, what were we? March? Probably 9 months. I think they last saw each other in the summer.
But I'm asking like recently, like within the last couple months, last 2 months. Did you take
It was
her?
Tommy. It was just Tommy.
Just Tommy. So she
Where
was
I took her
exclusive
to.
with him?
See.
So
she'd come home. Jesus, she'd talk to other people when she'd come home from him.
But you never took her
4
to go
days
meet
home.
anybody else?
I think no. No.
Did Tommy think that they were exclusive?
I don't know what he thought, but
Was he a jealous guy?
he told me once that she would tell him that she has other boyfriends and stuff.
Did it get him jealous or
I don't know.
the truth?
I think I don't know how he felt. I don't really know. I think he would still stay with her. You know, I don't know if he had when she wasn't there, if he had other people.
There's a huge age difference between the two.
She usually went for the older guys.
So what would she tell you about her feelings for Tommy?
It would go like this.
Did she ever confide in you and
She
say,
liked being there.
I think
Probably
I'm in love
'cause
with
she was
him, or I
smoking
want to
weed.
be with him, or?
I always overheard her say, "Love you, love you, love you." When
But she
talked on
never,
the
she
phone.
never told you like, Mom, I think I'm in love with this guy, or I think I just want to be with him. And
No. In fact, she would say, "Jesus, I don't know if I."
so
But she'd always go
Let
back.
me just ask you real quick again about putting her stuff in that bag.
Okay.
And how did you? What prompted you to do that?
Well, when I went downstairs in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
I saw all her stuff there, her purse, and then
Where?
On the, in my kitchen, how that one part comes out. That's where she always put her purse.
Okay, so it was in the kitchen.
Yeah.
What about her makeup bag?
Yeah. And then her pillow was in there too. It was right next to her purse, which was odd.
But the
The
pillow
pillow.
wasn't in the bag.
No, I didn't take her. She would. I don't know. She would have walked downstairs with her pillow.
Well, where's the pillow at?
That's up in her room. I took it back up to her room. Yeah, it was sitting right by her purse, the pillow she sleeps with.
So you threw the purse.
So I put the purse in, the makeup bag, her coat, the latest coat she came home with,
Mm-hmm.
which wasn't her usual coat,
And when did she tell you to do that?
and her hat. Well, when she said, "Tommy's picking me up," when I heard that, I thought I heard her say, just pack my up. I think she said it because in my mind I heard it because I saw all her stuff there the next day. So
And
then I packed it in that bag, thinking that, okay, well, he'll probably be back today, tomorrow, because she's never without a purse at his house. That's very rare. So I figured, okay, they'll be back or she'll be calling me to take it. And then I put it to the side. I forgot about it. I honestly forgot, I would have
Where did you
Called.
put it aside at?
right there by the makeup, by the back door area. And then when the detective said, "Does she have a a wallet or a purse. I said, oh yeah, you know, so I got it. So she,
Can you understand,
yeah,
Janet?
I know. I know. I know what it looks like.
If you,
I would
at,
too.
Put yourself.
I would too.
Put yourself in my
I'm
position.
just
you know what
arrest
I mean?
me.
You know.
Just arrest me now.
It doesn't make sense.
Just
you know?
arrest me now. I know. If you don't have anything on anyone else that you can't, then I know I look like it. I know I do.
But you know what I mean? Like
she didn't have her stuff.
Her pillows downstairs.
Right. So she would have walked down.
It wasn't on the bed.
No idea. Did she? I have no idea.
I mean, do you understand?
I can't explain it.
I mean,
I can't explain it.
when you look at what we do for a living,
Yeah.
we're very analytical.
Yeah.
It's what we do. We look at things and say what makes sense. And anytime
Of
we've had
course.
female officers that are involved, and they'll say she didn't bring her purse. She was leaving
Right.
the house and she didn't bring her purse. They're like,
Well, here's the thing.
something happened at that house. And
If
remember what I told you,
If I
Janet?
would have done something to Rochelle, okay, at that house, why in the hell would I have left all her there?
Well, the thing
Why
is,
would I have left it
the
there?
thing is, who'd be the last person that police would talk to, or immediately think or suspect something was wrong,
Who's the last person who thinks?
No, well, I wouldn't say the last person, but at the time, police aren't saying, well, mom called in and identified, Rochelle, and like I said, our job was over there to try to get some information and piece together where she was at and stuff like that. So, we don't think anything of, until we start looking and saying, okay, wait a second here. Something's not right.
Okay.
Not to say that you're not right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're great.
I know.
You're just great. And
No, I mean, I
not
know
to say
what
like
you're
something
saying.
was wrong with you, but
Mhm.
we say, well, why is her stuff packed up? And then you say, okay, well, you thought you heard her say, pack my stuff
Yeah.
up.
Again, I'm half asleep, and I
But
know
then-
she's up moving around.
Right. But then we say, well, we also have to look at the body of evidence. Body of evidence is that everything's telling us that she was at that house,
Okay.
from the scene. Everything's telling us that, there's stuff, and I think Detective West told you this, whenever you go somewhere,
Mhm.
you leave something.
Yeah.
And you take
Sure.
something with you.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So
Sure.
wherever you're at,
Yeah.
like for instance, here.
Yeah.
They're gonna find my DNA on this.
Sure.
You know what I mean? They're gonna find, maybe my thinning hair is falling out, as we speak, and they're gonna find my hair in here. You know what I mean? But I'm also gonna take probably some stuff that other people were in here with
Sure.
me when I go somewhere. I'm gonna take
Right.
evidence that I was here.
Right.
And so when we look at what we gathered at the scene,
Okay.
we say, okay, is there evidence that she was somewhere else? Is there evidence that she was taken somewhere else?
Right.
Well, we know she was wrapped in a sheet.
Oh. Okay.
We know she was wrapped in a sheet.
Okay.
And then we come to your house, and what do we find?
Yeah.
In a room.
Okay.
What do we find?
Jesus Christ! No sheets.
No sheets.
Jesus Christ! I see what you mean.
We know that there was blood flow from her head.
Okay.
And what do we find in her room? No pillow.
Okay. Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm
that's
trying
her
to
pillow.
give
Yeah.
you.
No,
You know what I mean?
get
This
it.
is kind of a two-way street here.
Well, yeah.
I'm trying to
The
be.
sheet.
I'm trying to be upfront with you, and I'm asking you.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? I'm asking you to be upfront with me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm giving
We
you.
didn't always have sheets on that bed.
But
so
we know
that's-
she was wrapped in a sheet.
Okay.
We know it, and
Okay.
we know she laid there for a while. There's science. There's
You
science.
know she was wrapped in a sheet.
We know she was wrapped in a sheet.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, where do we look for a sheet? Where do we look for a sheet? You know?
Yeah.
We say, okay, well, let's look. We know there's no sheet now.
Yeah.
Something
Can
happened to
you
it.
tell me what else? You can't tell me how else.
Well, I'm telling you, I've told you something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I need, you know what I mean? That's why I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not attacking you
I know.
based on just, you know what, I have a hunch. I'm not, as you said, squeezing you, right?
Juicing.
Juicing. I'm not juicing you. Okay? I'm not juicing you. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
As sure as God made little green apples,
Yeah.
I know for a fact that now we look at the house and we know
Okay.
something happened there.
Okay.
And we look at who was home. You know? And like
Yeah.
you said,
Me
you
and
know
Bennett.
Bennett didn't do anything.
No.
You know? Hon, like I said, I mean, I wish we dealt with more people like you. You know what I mean? I'm serious. I wish we dealt with more people like you. And it pains me to have to talk to you about an incident like this. You know what I mean? Because I care, and I know you care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
I know
sure
you
do.
care. I know you care. And I know that deep down inside, I mean, you're a great person. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I think you are too.
Oh, thank you.
I knew that right when you came in.
But
Yeah.
I know you care, you know? But I also know, and I told you this before, whether or not I've seen priests, I've seen pastors, I've seen good family men. I saw a guy one time, he was married for 40 or 50 something years. The guy was in his 70s.
Wow, it's a long marriage.
And yeah,
Jesus.
I'm not kidding you. He was in this marriage for a long time.
Yeah.
And one day he ended up killing his wife.
Yeah.
And they talked to the neighbors,
Yeah.
and they said,
Yeah.
wow, that guy was such a sweet guy.
Yeah.
And his wife nagged
Oh.
him and nagged him. And
Oh,
she was
God.
the kind of lady that would take the ball when the neighborhood kids were playing and a ball went in your yard. She would take it, and you know,
Oh
she
my
was just
God.
this
The hell?
bad person.
Yeah.
You know, and so
Yeah.
he snapped.
Yeah.
He made a mistake.
Yeah.
And the neighbor's like, you know what? He's a sweet guy.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And what should happen to him? Well, the
Yeah.
very minimum. Whatever the very minimum is.
Yeah.
Is what they gave him.
Yeah.
You know? And I think a lot of times, and like I said, when people do things, they're worried about the consequences. They're worried about what's going to happen to them. Oh my gosh, am I going to go to prison for my life, whole life? But what happens is we allow them to tell their story. You know, we allow them to tell their side of what happens, you know, and we get to see it because we're investigating it. We get to see, the bad side of what, they say, a victim. You know, they call them victims, and we get to see, some of the worst parts of them. And you hear people say, well, I knew something was going to happen to them because they constantly crapped on other people. They constantly treated people like crap. And, and so, like I said, I'm trying to give you somewhat of the information without giving the case away. You know what I mean? So to speak.
Right.
And I'm not juicing.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to juice you. I'm trying to tell you the facts. I'm trying to be upfront with you.
Okay.
So like I said, when I say we know she was wrapped in a sheet.
Yeah.
Are
you able to tell me the
because
description of the sheet?
Well, listen, here's the thing. If we find the fibers
right.
and they come from the house,
right.
it's best that we know ahead of time what happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Are you able to tell me what it looked like? Because then I can tell you if that came from my house.
Well, we don't have the sheet.
Okay.
We just know it was a sheet.
Okay.
But we'll have the fibers. And
Okay.
so if there's fibers in the room, we can say that, they came from there.
Okay.
We also can tell, animal hairs.
Oh, of course.
You know.
Charles is everywhere.
Yeah.
Charles
and you
is
know what I'm
everywhere.
saying? So everywhere you go,
Oh my
you pick
God.
something up.
Jim's,
Yeah.
Look,
And you take it with
well, it's
you.
mine probably, but yeah, he's everywhere.
But like Detective
Yeah.
McLaughlin said, is that it's always best to tell your side of the story first. You know,
Of course,
before the
if I
evidence,
had something to tell you,
before the evidence,
I would tell you.
Hunt, before the evidence speaks for itself. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Before it speaks for itself, if we go to a prosecutor and we say,
Mhm.
listen, this is what happened. This is the story.
Mhm.
You know, Janet was cooperative. Janet was upfront.
Yeah.
Janet's kind of like a saint when it comes to having to endure what she had to endure.
Years.
There's a crown. There's a crown for you up in heaven. There is.
No, I'm not all that good.
Listen to me. Listen to
I'm
me.
not that good.
You're a better person than I am because I don't think I could hack it. I don't think I could hack it.
Well, we do what we have to do.
Mhm.
We all do. We all have something.
You can. I can
So
tell
I
you
know
being in social work
Other
and
people have
and-
stuff.
and
You know, I
stuff,
know
teaching.
we all deal with our own things.
Oh, we all have our own cross to bear. I understand it. But if we're able to go to a prosecutor and say, look, she came clean. She told us what happened. You know, this was a spur of the moment. This wasn't a pre-calculated homicide. This is what they call a, crime of passion, and she was upfront and she obviously is remorseful for what she did. She didn't intend on hurting, anybody. That's what we'd like. You know what I mean?
You'd like me to just, please, I didn't do anything here. Please. I know. We can sit here another
Have you
hour.
ever taken,
might as well
taken like, or heard anybody taking like a polygraph or anything like that? You
No.
ever take those?
No.
No.
And I would, maybe. But if I'm doing that, I would want to definitely have an attorney to advise me on that. Because my late husband said, if there's ever anything, he was a criminal defense attorney.
Your husband was?
Yeah, my late
Oh, yeah.
husband.
I know.
Yeah, don't, the
What was
polygraphs
his
show
name?
false. Daryl Tyberski.
Daryl?
I remember him.
Yeah.
How long ago did he pass?
He passed in,
About 15 years ago.
bingo,
Was it 15 years?
August 24th, 99.
Are you kidding me?
No.
That's
Why?
my daughter's birthday.
Oh, God love her.
Yep.
Wow.
August 24th, 1999.
What?
Yep.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What? That is just.
Yeah.
What, do you remember what time she was born?
Don't tell my wife because I can't remember.
That's okay. He passed away at just after the 23rd, 12:15
Okay,
a.m.
now she was born like maybe 6 or 7 in the morning,
Oh, okay.
so later that
Yeah. Wow.
But,
That's
morning.
Well, that's why I know you're a good man.
Yeah.
That's something
Well,
we're
and like I
connected
said,
that way.
Janet, I think you're a good
I
lady.
could tell when he walked in, like, I like that guy.
I think Daryl would agree with us that everybody makes mistakes, and that
Oh,
you're
absolutely. He made plenty.
and the man upstairs.
He made plenty.
He
And so have I.
and agree with me or not that you would be judged on what you do to make things right versus what you do that made things wrong.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that goes along with what we're saying as far as, well, you show me your cards and I'll show you mine.
Yeah.
Because when you're reactive to evidence versus being proactive and getting out in front of it and admitting the mistakes, it looks better for you, or it looks better for whomever, versus waiting for things to come in and then, like phone records and DNA and that stuff. And that's like concrete stuff.
Yeah.
That's stuff you can't
Yeah, you can't dispute that.
you can't dispute that stuff. I mean, and again, like you said, you want to help out as much as you can in order to find the person that did this. And we want very much to find out who did this to Shelley.
Yeah, I know.
And we're not going to stop until
Oh,
we do.
I don't think you would ever stop. I know you will get to the bottom of this. I know it.
And forensic evidence doesn't lie. I mean, it's,
I know.
just like
I know.
when you look into a car and you look with the naked eye, you really don't see much, especially if somebody's had a chance to clean things up. But when you start throwing around years and years of proven chemicals and stuff like that,
Oh, sure.
you start to see stuff,
Of course.
especially that, you see it all the time, that it starts to prove a theory.
Yeah.
It starts to show the path that someone takes. And I can understand the defensive position where you're like, look, man, I didn't do anything. You got everything bottled up and like, I didn't do anything. I just doesn't, prove your case. But in the end, if the case is proven, it's going to be a whole lot different versus someone being completely honest and admitting mistakes. Because, there's been times in my life where I said things out of anger. I've done things out of anger.
I have plenty of times.
Yeah, we all do. And we all
Yeah.
do. And we make mistakes.
Yeah.
And that is something undisputable.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with anything you're
Nobody's
saying.
perfect. The last one they hung on a cross. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And right now we're in your corner.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like
I know.
we would say, we know the
I believe
situation.
you are. And I know you're doing your job.
But what happens is,
I know you're doing your job.
when someone doesn't, when someone doesn't come clean, when someone doesn't tell us the truth, or if someone doesn't give us all the facts, then we say that's it. You know what I mean?
I believe that.
Like right now.
And I'm ready to hear.
No.
Right here. Seriously, because I know you're going to keep doing. Just might as well just read me my rights and put me in. Take me. And then I got to make my attorney phone call, and then seriously, I'm not trying to give you a hard time.
we don't want to do that. That's the thing,
I
is
know.
that we want the truth and we want it to be
So
from
if I
you.
sit here and confess to murdering my dog,
No.
you're
That's
not
not what
going
I'm
to
saying.
arrest me.
No, that's not what we're saying. Is that
we have the procedures we have to go through.
Well, yeah.
But we can also, but we also say, look, she's not a flight risk. She's not a danger to anybody else. And that's the kind of stuff that we would advocate. Like I said, yeah.
Mhm.
Obviously, there's consequences for actions.
Of course.
I would
Of
never
course.
say to you, just tell me what you did and you won't go to jail. I'm not
Yeah.
going to tell you that, and I don't make promises.
Yeah.
I told you from the get-go, I don't
Mhm.
lie. I don't lie. I have the right to lie as a police officer, but I don't. I don't, because
Mhm.
it can come back to bite you. You lose all credibility, and you're no good.
I appreciate everything
So-
you said.
So like I
and
said,
really-
for me to sit here and say, Janet, if you told me what happened, you're
Right.
gonna walk right out of the station here.
Yeah.
No, there's consequences, and you probably taught Bennett that, and Bennett knows, hey,
Oh,
there's consequences, honey, when you do
Right.
something,
Yeah.
And so, like I said, I don't want you to, think that, well, if I, tell them they'll leave me alone and I'll
No.
walk out of here.
I know you have to do your job.
Exactly.
Um,
And I wouldn't enjoy it. Believe me, I wouldn't enjoy it. It would not be something that I get pleasure out of, especially a person like you,
well, thank you.
but we also have to do the right thing for Shelley too.
Of course.
And just like Lieutenant Pitek was
I
saying, as
understand
far
that.
as you can't make promises or anything
Of
like
course.
that, is that you understand that there's certain, and I'm sure Daryl would have probably told you this, is that there's areas that a judge looks at
Yeah.
when he goes to the punishment phase.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with me when a detective or a prosecutor goes to a judge, or even
I don't know.
people
about
come up
that.
and they'll say, look, so-and-so was honest with us. So-and-so told us, was remorseful for the things that they did.
Yeah.
We would be okay with so-and-so being charged with this instead of
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
We're not looking for,
And that's something that my attorney will get into.
right, and
If,
That's
if
true.
you arrest me
that's true. No,
right
no.
now.
No.
Then
But then the question would be still is that if someone's honest, the defense, or what we would do, is go out of our way to make sure that someone's honesty was very present or that they knew about this, that they helped do the investigation. They admitted their mistakes and they helped with the continuing investigation versus, look, every time this was brought up, the door got slammed in our face. There was no help. There was no cooperation.
Yeah.
This type of thing, you know, we wouldn't be looking for any type of deals or breaks or anything like that. Okay, and that the judge would only have one choice to charge with, and that would probably be the most extreme, versus the other where someone was cooperative and helped out in the investigation and answered questions or put
That's what I was
the
trying to do.
put the pieces to the puzzle together.
Tried to let you through twice without a search warrant.
Well, you know,
now you get the search warrant.
the
Come
thing
here
is,
again,
well, the thing is that,
all through no representation.
the thing is, listen, right now, you know what people are thinking? People are thinking that there's this monster on the loose. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like they see,
Right.
you know, that Shelley was found and you know, we don't know who did this. You know, it's like,
Oh, I'm sure you're getting pressure from the public. Oh,
yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah. You know,
Oh,
I
I-
have a duty to protect the
Well,
citizens
yeah.
in North Ridgeville, you know?
Sure.
And when the people in North Ridgeville are thinking that, hey,
Yep.
there's a killer on the loose,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah,
Of
there is a
course.
lot of pressure.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm not gonna
Yeah.
cave into that pressure.
Yeah.
You know, and just put somebody in jail just to put somebody in jail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna make things up. I'm not gonna, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie and do whatever I have to, you know. And unfortunately, you know, that happens in the past. It's happened a long time ago. We don't operate that way. What we want to do is we want to assure people that, hey, you know, this wasn't, you know, and unfortunately, I can't release that evidence to the public. I can't say, well, this is what we found, you know.
Right.
And, you know, really some of the stuff that I've told you
And you
is a
can't
lot of
tell
stuff
me.
that's, you know, really shouldn't be.
You only told me
Told.
one thing
Yeah.
for sure.
But I'm just telling you is that we know what happened to Shelley at the house. And right now, like I said, you've been
Mhm.
cooperative with us, and I want you to continue to be cooperative with us
Trying.
all the way to the end. You know what I
That's
mean?
what I'm trying
You
to
ever,
do.
you ever, you know, like they cooperate, people cooperate. They get to that, you know, and that hurdle, and they don't know if they want to cross it because they know there's, you know, this is it. You know, we're going to go plunge full in, you know, this is it. I got to go all the way. It's now or never, you know, and that's what we're trying to tell you is that,
Mhm.
you know, you
No,
got
I
to,
hear you.
you know, when you make
If
that
I-
plunge, it's
if I had
scary.
more,
It's
I would-
scary. It's
would
scary.
do.
It's scary.
I don't have any more for you.
It's scary. You know,
Yeah, I got nothing.
it's scary to
What do you
to
think that?
take that jump.
What do I think happened to her?
No. What I was going to say is, do you think that that you'd be willing to take that polygraph to help give us a little bit more to get us? And you had a chance to speak with your attorney.
Right, I
That
have
you-
to have representation
Could
first.
you do that? Could you do that today? Could you speak with that person today?
Well, I don't know who I'd pick as my attorney.
Oh.
I don't know if I can afford one. I don't know who.
Do you have someone in mind that, or maybe that your husband knew, that Daryl knew?
Yeah, but I'm not sure about those guys.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they'd be on my side. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, you say that you don't have any more, but there is more.
So maybe in what, more what?
The polygraph.
Say it one more
You
time.
say that you don't have any more to give.
I've got no more
But
information.
what I'm
for you.
saying is that there is one more thing to give.
Oh, what's that?
The polygraph.
Well,
I'd like to.
I want to.
Right,
see-
and I know you just said, but I guess what my question is, would you be willing to maybe at least
talk about that.
speak to
Sure.
an attorney when in
See,
order
now,
to
I'm not
maybe
gonna-
facilitate that today? In order to take the polygraph today, like within
no,
the next
it would have
couple
to be
hours.
my attorney. Can't be some guy here connected to Lakewood or.
We can't
Oh,
dress
no,
we
yeah.
can't dress the guy up in a suit and say,
Yeah.
"Here's your attorney."
I mean, I'd like to
I-
see that happen today, but I'm not trying to violate your rights or
Yeah.
anything like that. What I'm trying to say
Yeah,
is
I
that
would say no. I'm not going to do a polygraph because I just know that they can give false reads, and it sounds like I'm suspect number one.
that's not the case. It's us trying to use.
So
a
I'd
tool
say no.
To
I'm
find
not
out.
going to do a polygraph. I'm not going to do that. No.
The other thing too is, you know, Janet, when we leave here, you know, without a conclusion, you know,
Yeah.
it will come to a conclusion.
I don't doubt it will.
This will come to a conclusion.
I know it.
And like I said, I was hoping today, you know, based on who you are, based on your reputation, and the kind of person that you were, that we could bring this to a conclusion today.
Okay.
And that this would be, and I, like I said, and I know we still have to comb through and gather a lot more evidence. We have to build a, you know, what they call circumstantial case, you know, because I guarantee.
Jesus Christ, you got all the circumstance you need.
Listen.
Now, I would think you got everything. It's a circumstantial case.
Well, I'm just saying is.
You got all the stuff there. You got the history. I know what it looks like.
But listen, and again, and what we were trying to say is that this is not, you know, the whole purpose of this is to get closure, for one, and second, not only for Shelley, but also for you.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
To not be looking over your shoulder every time, or worrying and saying, you know, did I do this? Uh-oh, are they going to find this? Are they going to find out what happened? Are they going to, you know what I mean? Instead of that, you know what I mean? And it carries with you, the whole time.
I'm not feeling that way, but I know you already have stuff that you think makes me look guilty. The purse,
and Janet,
the sheet.
Well, that's the circumstantial stuff.
Well, it sounds like
what I'm saying is that the next step would be to get the physical evidence. That's
the DNA
may or may not already be had. Meaning, like we talked about.
Yeah.
The stuff in the car.
Sure.
Or the stuff in the house. And what I mean by that is, say, blood evidence. Let's say blood evidence in the house or blood evidence in the car.
Sure.
Stuff you can't, I mean, that may already be had at this point.
There's bleach in the back thing. There's bleach spots in the back of the van. I spilled a bottle of bleach.
When did you spill that?
So they're going to think that's me bleaching out blood.
When?
Years.
Oh, that's not gonna.
So they'll know.
That's
they know if it was recent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like you said, it's dissipated by then.
Okay.
When's the last time you cleaned your car?
Cleaned it, like vacuum it.
Vacuumed it, washed it down inside.
Ooh. Not lately.
6 months? 4 months? 5 months?
Oh, boy.
In the last...
Months. Before winter.
So roughly October, maybe?
Yeah.
And when you describe what you did...
September.
Describe...
Summer.
Summer?
I just clean up the mess. There's so much.
Like just take garbage out of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of dirt.
What about taking like Windex to the windows or Fantastic to the interior? Do you ever do that?
Sometimes I do the Lysol wipes. Yeah, I just bought some, but I haven't used them yet. Yeah.
So you haven't used anything like that on the inside of your car in the last 2 months?
Maybe on the steering wheel to kind of keep down with the flu in the winter, but nothing. No, it's so dusty and dirty. It's so gross.
You know, we have license plate readers. I don't know if you're aware of those, and they're set up in various locations throughout Cuyahoga County, Lorraine County. Mm-hmm. Would there be any reason that one of the license plates readers would have picked up your car license plate in Lorraine County?
When?
Around the time of Shelley's death?
Let's see now. Lorraine County. What day are you talking about?
I'm talking about...
I would need to know.
Well, I'm just talking within... Okay. This was the day that Shelley's body was found.
Okay.
The 15th there.
Yeah.
15th. So anywhere from the 12th, 13th, 14th, or 15th.
The 14th, I picked Hannah up at Oberlin and brought Hannah home.
And how do you go to Oberlin?
Turnpike.
And where do you get off?
Picked her up. Typically the Turnpike.
And what exit do you get off of on the Turnpike?
Oberlin.
There's no
Yeah.
Oberlin exit.
Which is
I picked her up on the 14th in the afternoon. Yeah. To come home to look at.
there's
do
an
stuff.
Oberlin exit on the Turnpike?
Yeah. Right off the Oberlin exit off the Turnpike. Sure.
And then which route do you go?
Down that 57. It would be.
Oh, okay. So you take the Turnpike to 57?
Yeah, just that first exit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there wouldn't be any reason that they would read your
I think.
plate coming off of onto Lorraine Road there.
Lorraine Road.
Mm-hmm. Like
Which
North
one's
Olmsted, North Ridgeville.
Lorraine Road.
There's like McDonald's, Sheetz.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't recall where that is. Where McDonald's and Sheetz is where? In North Ridgeville?
Yeah, it's on Lorraine Road.
No.
But that's Saturday. What
Uh,
time Saturday?
Afternoonish, early afternoon. Picks Hannah up
And where did you bring her?
to the house. And yeah, she hung out and we did some looking for summer internship stuff.
On the computer?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was on the computer. Or on her laptop. I can't remember what she did. But we just did some, usual stuff. Hung out. Got her gonna take some clothes back.
And when did you pack up Shelley's stuff?
That probably would have been on when I came down on the 13th and saw it there.
About when?
That morning
About that
when I was
morning?
going to
About
take
what time
Benny to
was that?
school.
About what time?
What time would have that been? 8 a.m. But I don't know if I packed it up then. That's when I saw it. That would have been around when I saw it.
When did you pack it up?
When I packed it up, let's see. Probably that afternoon. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was anybody in the house with you when you packed it up?
Well, Benny would have been there. He might have been watching TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Hannah,
Or doing
or
something. No.
yeah, Hannah hadn't been home yet.
Oh, no.
So you went and picked up Hannah.
Yes.
On Saturday.
She came home that Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, for a little while.
And so that Saturday you were in Lorraine County in
Yeah.
the late afternoon.
Yep.
About
Yep.
what time?
Early afternoon. Early afternoon.
About what time?
2:30ish, probably. Yeah.
And so did anybody travel with you out
And Hannah would know. You can ask. She'll know more about that.
when you went to go pick her up?
Yeah, she would know.
Did you stop anywhere along the way to go get her?
Don't think so.
So you got on the turnpike.
I think that's.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean, I'm trying to think.
when you normally
'Cause
go
I-
pick up Hannah, where
Yeah.
did you go?
Yeah, on the turnpike. Would have been.
All right, so you
Yeah.
went on the turnpike.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't get off at any of the other exits.
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
No.
So Saturday about 2:30,
Mm-hmm.
you got on turnpike, and you got off at 57 exit,
I think so.
and then you you went down
Yeah.
57 north or south.
Where would that be to go into Oberlin there? Yeah, pick her up.
Now, do you get on another highway to get to Oberlin? Like down 57 to Route 10?
10. Where's 10?
It's another highway. If you go south on 57 and you hit
Okay.
where 480,
Okay.
you know where 480 and Route 10 or 20? Well, just show me how you went to Oberlin. That's all I want to know.
Well,
So you see,
Yeah. If you go right there where the Midway Mall is and go right there's the interchange.
Midway Mall there.
Yep. And then you take 57. Did you go? Yeah. See the Midway Mall's here where you get off on the turnpike
Yeah.
is right there.
Yeah.
Or right here, I'm sorry. So you go
Yeah.
south.
Yeah.
And then where do you
the
go?
first exit south to Oberlin.
Would you go to
So-
113 and cut over?
113. I don't think so.
Or 57? Kind of
Yeah,
splits it?
down 57 into Oberlin, right? Isn't that the way you go?
Yeah, well, if you go west, keep going west, and you go to 58. You keep going.
Well, you just take the turn.
Yeah, see, there's Oberlin right there, 58.
Oh,
So-
58. I
Yeah.
say 57. Yeah, 58.
So, yeah.
There's a 57, right?
Oh, so you get off at, you take 58 all the way down?
Mm-hmm.
from the turnpike.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, I know there's an Amherst exit right there. That's it. So you get off
Yeah.
right there.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you didn't get off.
Yeah,
That's what
it's
I
the
did.
Amherst exit.
Okay,
right
so
there.
you didn't get off
Mhm.
before
But I
that.
think- I don't think so. That's the way I take to Oberlin.
I mean, would you have stopped to get lunch or anything?
I think so.
How long of a ride
I
is
think
that
so.
from your house to
40.
40
40.
minutes?
Yeah.
So if you went door to door, about 40 minutes?
Yeah, about 40 minutes. Yeah. Yeah.
How many times have you driven that?
Good bet.
Yeah,
I drive that a lot.
because
Good
you got
bet.
to pick her up quite a bit.
Well, no, she doesn't come home that often, but
Oh, okay.
once a month, once every couple, to get something, to take that, just have a little away time.
Now that particular day, you brought her back home.
Yeah, yeah.
You ever drive out there and just spend a day out there or time out there,
Sometimes,
and then just go home yourself?
yeah.
Okay.
Like to her volleyball games, her track and field games.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there had been no reason for your vehicle to be read a plate reader getting off at any other exits besides Route 58 that Saturday.
Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
What
That
about
would
that?
be it.
Or that Sunday?
Or that Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I drove her back that Sunday morning, early.
What time?
She had a whole bunch of stuff to do that day. I would say it was morning time.
About what time?
Oh, 7ish, maybe?
And so when you took her
6-ish?
back,
6:30, 6:30?
6:37.
Yeah.
So she went back that Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. So around 6:30, 7 o'clock was when you left, or when you got there?
When I got to Oberlin, you say?
Mhm.
Probably when I got there. Yeah.
So you got there
Yeah.
around 6:37.
Yeah.
All right. So at that
Yeah.
time, did you guys get off at the exit to get breakfast or do anything?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, we would have gone back.
So you never
No.
once got off the exit onto Lorraine Road that Friday or that Saturday or
Lorraine
Sunday?
Road. I'm just trying to figure out where
Any
Lorraine.
any exit in Lorraine County besides the 58 exit.
No.
So you never got off any other exit.
No.
You never drove on like Lorraine Road
No.
or 480 or Route 10 coming back.
No.
So you went You went directly from the turnpike, got off at 58,
Mm-hmm.
got back on 58 all
Mhm.
4 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there wouldn't be any reason whatsoever that your vehicle would have been.
No.
And when you were with her, you didn't drive somewhere to, go get something to eat or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. So it'd be safe to say if your vehicle is spotted in that area, then you're in trouble. Correct?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know. If
I don't have any reason that
if
it
your
would be there.
vehicle was spotted in the area where Shelley was found,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't have any reason whatsoever why it would be that way. Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
Right. That's
when
correct.
When we go through the hours and hours of videotapes that we have to, and
Yeah.
your vehicle shows up,
Yeah.
you're in trouble.
Well, I would
Correct?
think so. I would think so.
I mean,
Fair enough,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
that's a fair
Yeah.
question, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I
Yeah.
said, that's
I would. Yeah.
Jan, that's what that's we're gonna do all that. You know what I mean?
I know. I know
and
you
so
are.
that's why, like I said, and me and Detective McLaughlin say is that this was always because the more hours and hours of manpower we put into this, the harder it gets for us to want to help people out or not help people out.
I have no
but
doubt
for us
you're gonna.
to tell the prosecutor, hey, look, give her some, some consideration here. I mean, she's had to go through all
I
this,
believe you. I know that. I know that.
So, but and again, like I said, the evidence is going to speak for itself,
I know.
and we just wanted to give you an opportunity to speak, and that way,
Well, thank you.
in that way, like I said.
But I know I'm suspect number one. I know I am.
How do you think Shelley passed away?
I don't know. I feel she was picked up, and I've always said I don't think it was Tommy. It could still be Tommy. Or she was picked up by a stranger, someone she just met, or someone she was communicating with online.
And then what do you think happened? What do you think they did to her?
When I told the captain it was too soon to even think about it, and I don't want to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think she was shot, right? There's no gunshot. He would have said that, right?
Well, I don't know if he would have told you any details of how she passed,
Yeah.
Like again. So.
Well, I just know.
But all I can tell you is that we know for sure that what happened to her was done by someone who wasn't thinking clearly. Who wasn't themselves.
Well, clearly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would
Because
think so.
it just and like I said, we discussed this before. I can tell you that it wasn't a stranger. I can tell you it wasn't a stranger. It just appears that somebody panicked. And the fact that, the coroner will probably come out here soon with the ruling. Pending toxicology, he
We're hoping to know cause of death.
well, I think he knows. I think he knows.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can't share that with you, just because we have to wait for confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I was hoping you could shed some light,
I know.
for us.
I wish I could. I wish I could.
Well, like I said, in my experience is that the polygraph is is a pretty much 100% accurate. It's who operates it. It's the person that's getting examined. That they cause. And what it is, it measures stress. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It doesn't say, hey, she's lying. It says, okay, this is causing stress.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so what happens is people can tell you, you know, they can look at you and say, no.
But it measure, I know.
But their body's saying, oh crap. Yes. You know, they know. They know. And, you know, so, and what it also does, as much as it, you know, helps detect whether or not someone's being truthful or lying about something, it also helps us to detect if someone's being truthful. Yeah. You know?
Oh, sure.
And I, you know, I know a lot of people say, well, I'm nervous. And, well, they know that. I
do get nervous and anxiety.
Well, if nervousness counted, no one would ever pass.
Yeah. Because it's a nervous
Everybody's nervous when they take a polygraph.
Right.
Everyone.
Yeah. But these guys, they know that, and they norm you. It's what's called norming, right? When they say, well, okay, her stress level's here. We know she's she's nervous. Yeah. At this level, but
this whole meeting right here is nerve-wracking.
Sure.
You know, what can you do?
I understand. I mean, you know, being in your situation, I can understand you not knowing what the future's going to hold. You know, it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it is.
And that's one great thing that he kind of touched upon, and I don't know if you heard him when he said that, is that a lot of people call it the lie detector, and it's also known as the truth detector.
The truth detector. Yeah, I've heard that before.
So,
yeah.
You know, I myself, I'm an examiner, but I can't polygraph anybody that's I'm close to the case to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe in it.
Yeah.
Obviously, no one can force you to take a polygraph. It has to be completely voluntary.
Right.
You know?
And
just like you said,
I feel like I'm being bombarded right now.
No, I think with the parting words,
I haven't even eaten today.
Right?
You know,
and the parting words would be to give it some thought.
Oh yeah.
At least a legitimate effort of giving it some thought.
Right.
Because what happens is during a polygraph is that you meet with the examiner and you go over stuff. And he gets you to a point where you're comfortable with him.
Yeah.
And that no one's going to be there to pull the wool over your eyes and get you relaxed enough to talk about everything that's going on in your life and talk about everything that happened in regards to Shelley.
Yeah.
And talk about the case.
Right.
And then to take the polygraph and go over questions that you've already gone over, and that you know. The great thing about a polygraph test is that you know the questions and you know your answers before you even take the test. Yeah. It's the greatest test in the world.
I will think about it.
And that's all we can ask you for. And then I would ask that you speak with somebody about it.
Yeah. Talk to an attorney about it.
And like you said, we're not going to dress a guy up in a suit and say, here's your attorney.
Oh, I know.
Someone you trust.
Yeah.
You know?
Which I don't trust any of them right now. I don't know who to trust.
Well, and like we said.
Well, your husband was an attorney, and he was well liked by a lot of people.
Not really.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised at how many people I've talked to.
Yeah.
That know your husband, and that spoke highly of him.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah.
There's a lot of criminal defense attorneys that I like, you know, and I know they're just doing their job. Just like you said, we have to do our job, you know, and I know they're just doing their job.
Oh, right.
But there's others that are, you know,
scum.
They're scum. Yeah. You know, but yeah, you need to find somebody you can trust.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, my hope was that, you know, before we left here, that we could come to a conclusion, you know. And I understand my work's cut out for me, and that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm going to do. But be sure of this.
Yeah.
I mean, once you walk out this door, you know, everything's off the table. You know what I mean?
What's on the table right now?
Well, like I told you before, I mean, we would advocate.
What is on the table?
Well, what we would do is we would advocate with the prosecutor in explaining what happened. You know what I mean? To show that, hey, look, this is the life she had to go through. This was the glue that held that family together.
Oh, right.
You know, but then that glue can't hold on forever. You know what I mean? every once in a while, and
Mhm.
it's going to break.
Yeah.
You can't put pressure on somebody and constantly every day it's a battle. Every day putting pressure on somebody to come through and perform and support and be that glue to hold everyone together. You can't do that without, there's nothing that's going to stay.
Yeah.
It's going to come apart.
Yeah.
And whether or not it comes right back, and it becomes firm. You yourself said this, and I know this pains you to say that right now, the good of what happened here is that Bennett is better off. You said that, right?
Well,
You said that when we got
Yeah.
here.
yeah, this is true.
And-
We're trying to make the positive come out of this.
Right.
So
and I believe that.
if there's something that has to be positive,
Mhm.
it's that.
Mhm.
As hard as it is to say it.
But like I said, I mean,
And I'm
but,
also
but
really
if there's
worried
ever an
about little
opportunity,
Benny, is he okay here?
Oh,
oh sure.
Where is he?
Yeah.
the room that you guys were in before.
He is still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If he needs anything,
We're not gonna lie to you. That's 100% honest to God
Okay.
true.
Because he wants to go to that play date.
Right.
Oh, and Hannah is going to the airport for her internship.
okay. Yeah, I know she went over to
Danusha's?
Danusha's.
Oh, good.
So hopefully
Okay.
they
She's
have-
gone already.
Yeah.
Okay.
She left like,
Okay. Right away.
but like I said, you walk out of here today, we can't do anything.
On May 5th, 2015, Janet Tyberski was arrested and charged with murder, felonious assault, tampering with evidence, and abuse of a corpse. Faced with overwhelming evidence, she pleaded guilty to all charges. Janet was sentenced to 19 years to life in prison. Her daughter Hannah, who helped dispose of the body, received probation for gross abuse of a corpse. Throughout the trial, Janet claimed she was the victim. But the evidence told the truth. The life insurance policy, the staged crime scene, the manipulation of Hannah. This was a mother who chose money over her daughter's life.